It's undeniable that Pakistan has entered panic mode. Shehbaz Sharif has chaired back-to-back emergency meetings after India suspended the Indus Water Treaty, and his deputy is on a dialing spree. Till now, Ishaq Dar has called the foreign ministers of Bahrain, Kuwait, Hungary, UAE, Qatar and China with desperate times calling for desperate measures. Pakistan has also been moving towards burying the hatchet with Bangladesh, with their High Commissioner in Dhaka briefing the Bangladeshi government on the situation. With all the telltale signs of panic in the country, can Pakistan be seen buckling under pressure? Professor Nalapat, Pakistan is, obviously going to try and malign India. It is going to try and twist the truth. But the international community has seen more than its share of examples and admissions by Pakistanis themselves that they've been doing this dirty work for decades now. Is Pakistan used to shooting itself in the foot? They seem to have trapped themselves by having such big mouths.
Look, everybody who was supporting Pakistan knew that Pakistan was a terrorist state. There's no question about it. The point is, they did it for their own selfish purposes and have frankly, as has been frankly admitted by a Pakistani person of eminence, publicly. So the reality of the situation is that this is a question of terror and counter-terror. Are you with terror? Are you opposed to terror? If you're with terror, then you will stand with Pakistan, because Pakistan is effectively run by the military, which basically relies on terror as its main instrument of warfare. Let's be honest about it. So that is the choice confronting the international community. And as Rishi very correctly said, the Saudis have stood by us, the US has stood by us, and they've all stood by us because, frankly, every one of them wants to end this scourge of terrorism. And terrorism is something like COVID. You have COVID in one place, it just spreads all over the place. So the problem with breeding terrorism, which is what Pakistan has been doing for so long, is that it spreads all over. And the reports even that Hamas and other organizations have informally recruited retired, the Pakistan military officers to train them. So the reality of the situation is, Vineet, that I think there's not a shred of any kind of proof, manufactured or fake or whatever, that can be used to justify support for Pakistan at this point in time. If you're against terror, and every country in the world should be, well, then you stand with India. And it's frankly very interesting that even those people who know Pakistan very well are now basically moving away from Pakistan. I'm referring to a Taliban regime in Afghanistan which openly supported India. So I would like to say, Vineet, this time the choice is very clear and you cannot fudge the choice. You cannot hide it. There's not a shred of any evidence that is believable that you can use. The reality is that it's a terrorist town. It's a terrorist state. And your choice is between supporting terrorism and opposing terrorism. And India under Prime Minister Modi is a bulwark against international terrorism, as is, for example, the US under Trump. And may I point out the Saudis under the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is the first also to condemn the Wahhabi fringe and to condemn it totally and unequivocally. That's a very brave thing to do. And frankly, it's put him at some risk to his life, but he's taken that risk. So I would like to say, Vineet, I think this time around, any country that supports Pakistan, any individual who supports Pakistan, essentially is telegraphing to the world, I am a supporter of terrorism. I am against any war on terrorism. I am totally for terrorism, Vineet. And that is what the situation is now. And as far as we are concerned, the overwhelming majority in the world, fortunately, is with us in our fight against terrorism. This is not a fight against the people of any country or even a country. It's a fight against a gang that has hijacked that country to make it a terror breeding ground. And if you're a breeding ground for terror, they're breeding ground for malaria or COVID. it'll spread everywhere. So, for that reason, wherever it is, it's got to be eliminated. We are working on it. Other countries are working on it. And I'm very sure that under Prime Minister Modi's directive, the service chiefs and the various relevant agencies supporting them will come up with solutions which ensure that this kind of action, it's a very long time before
Right,
the
sir.
Pakistan will dare to carry this out.